Hello, humans of the internet. It is I, the Z of Katie, setting up for some streaming here, talking about some yin and some yoga, and probably a little bit about my alabasterness and why do I say that I teach yin yoga? Because I am Crystal Soundbath in E minor. Oh, that's not what I'm doing. Anyway, sorry, the sound bath is not there. But we're just waiting for people to say that they are here. So, pickings. Hi, welcome. Hi, JP. How are you tonight? I'm just going to share a little bit about yin yoga. Hi, Molaware. How are you? I'm pulling out some sound bowls. I see. So I just wanted to come on this evening and share a little bit about what I do and why I think it's amazing. And also, I'm doing this. I did not sleep at all last night, so this will be fun. Please interrupt me with questions. I know the description for this says that I'm recording a sound bath. That was from a couple days ago. What I'm hoping to share with you this evening is a little bit about how I understand the practice of yoga as a capital Y, as in like in lineage, though I'm coming to this through medieval China. So most of what I'm instructing, I learned through direct transmission and it's rooted in Taoism. Okay, hi. So, yin yoga. Somatics, sound, so many things to discuss. And again, please interrupt me with questions. I feel like I just want to publish full classes with voiceovers. But yeah, so neurodivergent embodiment. What does it mean to be neurodivergent? It means a lot of things. Does anybody who's here, do you identify as neurodivergent? I do. So I carry nine neurotypes. Oh, TikTok just told me that if you like this video, it'll push it out to more folks. So the neurotypes that I carry, almost all of them I was born with, but of course I got to acquire chronic illness, chronic health, chronic pain, and CPTSD. Yeah. So the neurodivergent experience is varied, and also when we get to like a human, it needs to be pretty, I believe, customized, or at least customizable. So because we all have such unique needs. So yin and yoga. What are yin and yoga? Yoga, why do I have a random piece of tofu on my altar? I must have been hungry. I'll be right back. Hey Norman, entertain the masses. Okay. So yin and yang are night and day, but there's no point that is always night. And there's no point that is always day, right? Because we're going around the sun, theoretically, right? That's what they tell us. So yin is an adjective or an adverb. It describes a thing. It doesn't define. So to be working or practicing in a yin-leaning way, I'm usually discussing things like yin-leaning or yang-leaning. Is it more or less active? More or less soft, more or less receptive, but not either or. So I know that I come to this a little bit different than a lot of folks. And then for yoga, the capital Y yoga, I personally am in several lineages. Hi, this is Norman. He just woke up and he requires attention. And also he thinks that the tuning forks are coming out. So a yoga lineage, I'm to encourage you to say hi and share my life. A yoga lineage is what happens when information, wisdom, teachings, lessons, techniques, all of that is handed down from one person to another in a direct kind of a way. Yeah? There are a lot of problems with many of the lineages that have come over from India in the last 100 years because, of course, there are humans involved and we are problematic. Is that right? And it's been my experience that teachings in lineage are different than teachings from inspiration or teachings from science or fiction. Here, it's my baby. It's my baby Norman. We're just hanging out. So do we like you here? No, I like you there. Why does he keep having a mind of his own and like his own agency? I wish he would just do what I tell him to. I'm going to turn down some lights and then we'll just do some somatics, and I'd like to share a little bit about gravity and why I think gravity matters. Can you see me okay? It's mood lighting. So if you're just joining, I am chaotic and yin leaning practice tends towards order and entropy, both for me. Entropy being the chaos of the universe, but also how gravity affects things. All right. Got some sound bowls. I need some banging things. So we begin with sense of bum. Sense of bum is a very technical term. Thank you, I made it up. It is a consistent thing that I have found across disciplines over time based on geographical location, that as instructors and also humans, especially if we're neurodivergent, that we orient first to soma, literal actual body, not my idea of body, not myself, actual literal soma. And the most, I believe, effective location of the body to start tuning into is your butt, sense of bum. Because you're gonna have a butt, most of us will have a bum whether or not the legs wanna participate. Your butt, your bum, your seat is part of your torso, which is where all of your vital organs are. So your arms and this is like the spider, right? This just helps us reach into the world. But the core of us is here. So we're gonna orient to soma. And you're gonna be asking me questions because I'm also learning how to be attractive and appealing on live streams so that I can be attractive and appealing to the internet. All right. So one way to connect with soma is through sound and vibration. And I've got 3 bowls here. They're almost exactly the same tone. So they're gonna sound warbly. And I invite you to listen and notice. And you might notice that you're falling asleep. You might notice that, I don't know what you're gonna notice. If what you notice is super uncomfortable and like, oh, no, not today, please listen to that, please. I know a lot of facilitators who encourage folks to go into that kind of discomfort. I will be honest with you, I would never do that with a stranger, ever. Certainly not a stranger on the internet who I have no direct way of co-regulating with. Why am I going to encourage somebody to be and then stay uncomfortable? That seems very weird to me. So listen to the sound and notice, and then if what you're noticing is making things worse, adjust, change, ignore me, move, do something. I don't know. I'm not in your body. Oh, hey, Enrique. I'm pretending like I'm an expert, which I am, but we're going to do some sound healing now. Well, it's not really healing. Let's call it sound centering. Centering with sound. So notice, just notice, listen and notice. And then we'll do some breathing and it'll be wonderful. So the vibrations of the bowls together, they combine into third and fourth tones. It's called a harmonic. My arms are doing the way that I'm experiencing the sound right now. I have synesthesia, tactile synesthesia. Some ideas, some thoughts about yin yoga, the concept of yin being more of an adjective than a definition. It describes a thing. And I'm now just sharing some of the vibratory enjoyment that I often bring into my work. And then I'll be guiding some breath work. We're just kind of like hanging out for a little bit, listening to these. I love putting these bowls, like one on each side of somebody's head, and then tapping the bowls, and I can create theta waves, alpha waves, and beta and gamma. Just with bowls. Lying down, you might wiggle on your bed or the mattress or the floor. If you're sitting, I encourage you to rock and wiggle. If you're standing, sometimes I'll just like tap my butt, literally get a sense of bum. You might even feel your belly, maybe putting a hand on your low belly. And as you're breathing, notice if your hand is moving or not, and guess what? You don't have to change anything. Just notice. Breathing in through your nose and out of your mouth. Your eyes might close if they're open. Just have them resting, like resting on the ground or resting at a point between you and me. Those of us who experience hypervigilance often have a difficult time coming into a somatic environment and closing eyes. Often, very often, eyes open in a somatic context like this indicates to the facilitator that that person is either enjoying their own thoughts, or they're like literally just not wanting to, whatever it's communicating, if the direction says close your eyes and the human keeps them open, I'm not going to interfere with that. It's like instructors forcing people to be in a place, in a location, in the space first before you start the somatics. Like, what if somebody needs to be in a corner because they're experiencing PTSD and having the wall behind them makes them feel better? Why would we change that? There's no reason. Like to experiment with a way to connect deeply to soma. Hi everyone. I invite you to find that sense of bum again. So it's like you're just wiggling or squeezing your bum or noticing that gravity exists. Always helpful for remembering I have a body is to also acknowledge that I'm on a planet. I am saying me, but I'm encouraging you to also contemplate. So I have now brought more bowls that are almost the same tone. And a whole bunch that are a different tone. So let's have some fun with some, we'll call this short waves, as distinct from long waves. So I'm lowering the vibration. That sense of bum, maybe your eyes closed, maybe they stay open. And just letting your breath be easy, whatever easy is for you today. And if you'd like to play around with more intentional breath, could begin breathing in through your nose and out of your mouth. So breathing in through your nose like you're smelling a cake, and out of your mouth like you're blowing out a candle. In through the nose, out of the mouth. The pace is the pace that works for you. The speed is the speed that works for you. In through the nose and out of the mouth. If a different way of breathing is going to be better, then that's the one you're doing. I'm not in your body, so I can't like guide you. Oh yeah, by the way, nobody can guide you home. This is home. We can direct you, we can remind you, but this is home. This is a personal relationship. And those of us who have experienced trauma, pain, illness, we get really good at being like at the door of home because you kind of have to be there, but it's like such a fucking shit show inside. Who wants to go in? So neurodivergent embodiment, especially for those of us who are late recognized or who have acquired neurotypes over time, like with illness and disability, to have a minute, to have a moment, to be able to notice. Very good. I'm getting kind of weird off the vibes of this is so fast for me. I'm 100% sober. I haven't slept. But these tones, the tones and the vibrations, especially with the metal, create texture. This is not ascension, by the way. If you're hanging out with me, we're hanging out in the mud. I'm about the mud that the lotus grows in, right? This is about dirt, earth, soma. So the healing smile I'd like to share with you. The healing smile is a technique I learned from this guy Mantak Chia, and he's actually on TikTok. Mantak, M-A-N-T-A-K, Chia, C-H-I-A. He is Chinese. I learned this actually in California, and then I was in Thailand for a bit with him. The healing smile is the first thing a student of Tantra in this yoga system learns, but it's also the first method of self-awareness, self-healing, emotional regulation, vagus nerve stimulation, and it begins with a smile. So if you bring the tip of your tongue to the ridge behind your upper teeth and let as much of this relax as you're able to, it's a gentle smile to the lips. If you are from a culture that does not smile, then please do not. If smiling is not something that you'd like to do in your daily life, please do not. Keep that tip of your tongue on the ridge behind your upper teeth and call to mind how you would communicate friendly through your face. So in this smile space, the practice is to direct it towards soma, towards self, literal, physical, actual body. And I guess we're doing it this way. So if you take your palm nice and flat onto your sternum, your chest bone, and just rub a little bit, smiling. The other hand and the other way. So what the smile does from a polyvagal theory perspective, I am drawing a parallel, not a conclusion. There's a concept in polyvagal theory which was developed by this guy Stephen Porges. Your vagus nerve is the nerve that governs all the stuff your body does, whether or not you ask it to. It's called automatic or autonomic. I like automagic. This smile activates what Stephen Porges labels the social engagement network in the body-mind. And I'm still waiting for somebody to prove that, but folks are starting to research these somatic practices in conjunction with other modalities like EMDR. I'm using these practices with somatic trauma integration and just like straight up somatics because, well, I'm not a therapist, I'm therapeutic. And the smile towards self, this inner healing smile, we can direct it towards parts of our body. So if you take your palms, rub them together. So now we have a little bit of just awareness, awakeness in the palms. I know not everybody has palms to rub together. And just for the purpose of a live stream, this is what we're doing. Imagine that you're smiling to your hands. Or actually smile to your hands, your palms. Some of you guys and gals and humans and thems and theys will find that the rubbing is like a lot, and maybe you're more here with it, right? But we're smiling to our hands. And it's like, oh yes, friendly can happen. Sense of bum. Thank you for likes. It makes me more interesting to the algorithm. So with your hands now and the smile, smile to your head. In your brain is a cluster of glands: thymus, hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal. When you hear about the third eye opening in this yoga system, it would be placed in, this is called the crystal palace. And smiling to the brain, literally smiling to the brain. When I had a nervous breakdown and was paralyzed from the waist down and so dissociated, it felt like my consciousness was just like here for like 4 years. So fun. Smiling, even though everything was so confusing and I couldn't walk and I couldn't do 2 + 2 = 4. I was having non-epileptic seizures, but I knew where my butt was and I knew where my brain was. It's still there. It's a smile. Second center is heart space. So we'll just smile to the heart. And this healing smile, the simple self-directed smile, directing to Soma. I cannot tell you how amazing this is for neurodivergent embodiment, especially for those of us who ignore our pain. I am one. And those of us who are late realized, who've been told that we're wrong about our actual truth our whole life. If you've been high masking, I mean, there's a lot to do. So if we connect with Soma and offer what the some folks would call positive regard, or the humanistic psychology mindset of positive regard, if we offer that to self without trying to change anything, without trying to fix anything, maybe not even believing it all the way, but just knowing that we can, which is different than faking it. That has this knowing that you can smile to self in a way that is kind, to my mind, is like stepping into some sort of trust space, or space of possibility. Third center is your belly. This is called the hara. And your belly is the seat of your life force. Your life force, the life force energy that we're born with, which is also limited. Smiling to your belly, keeping that sense of bum. And that's just knowing that you have a body. Breath is whatever it needs to be for you. Start letting everything relax. Let your mouth relax, let your eyes relax, let you relax. And if relax is a really big order, just exist. Just exist. Some of the ways that yin yoga is currently defined in, I'm going to say outside of lineage, is, or excuse me, if we're in the lineage that just was invented by the 2 living white guys, a lot of the way that yin yoga is defined and instructed in the United States right now is by inviting the body into a stress position and then saying that you should stay there for a while. And also that you are supposed to be challenging an edge. We're supposed to be. I will tell you, 25 years ago, that was the story that I used to say. And then life happened. More life happened, I should say. And now I do not say that. Now I say yin is a description of a thing. It is not the definition of a thing. So if we're going to be yin leaning, it'll be softer. More still, but maybe not completely. We're also going to take gender, genitals, and role, and we're going to separate them so that we can be with them as distinct, like little mini moments within a relationship to self or to others. And Tao lets us do this. This yoga system that I'm in is infinitely queerable, because whether or not you and I are more yin or yang in relationship to each other, and if you want to call feminine and masculine, that's fine. I would prefer yin and yang. Whether or not we're more yin or yang with each other depends on how we're interacting, not what we think about ourselves stepping into the moment. So we can start to let go of ideas like, what's the one, the whole fucking sacred feminine. I don't mean to diss on femininity, but also like, am I then profane? And what is feminine? What is feminine? What is masculine? Does it matter? Only you can answer that for yourself. Yin is emergent. It's going to be something that we become. It is bottom up. Yin is the seed growing through the soil. I'm saying that yin is the seed growing, though. Yin is gestating a baby. Hello. There's growth there, there's movement there. So we can't just say that yin is still, yin is dark, yin is this, yin is that, and yang is this and that. And no. It's this. I'm going to declare myself too fatigued to make much more sense, but I did want to fulfill the promise that I made, which was to come on live at 6 o'clock. I truly did not sleep a wink last night, though. I was processing my responses to current events and living in Pittsburgh and having friends who are understandably feeling some tension around, had another restless night yourself? What the fuck? Not you, but also, I know that the full moon is coming up, but at 4 a.m., I was like, what? It was as though it might as well have been noon. It was so weird. I think I finally fell asleep around 7 a.m. and I slept for a few hours, but I'm not the only one. Let's acknowledge something here, okay? As a species, 100% of humanity has been just in crisis after crisis after crisis for years, for now going on 4 years. And now we're witnessing something horrendous. Regardless of where you sit in the conversation, it is a horrendous thing that's happening. So we are all affected by it. And I also encourage us to move away from the idea of regulating our nervous systems and towards the idea of existing in homeostasis. That is a Taoist thing for me to say. The Tao, the whole concept of the way, the Tao that can be named is not the Tao. Look how my environment changes between where I make the things and then where I show you. But yeah, I can't think straight. It's time for me to go. Feel like you're going through a breakthrough besides healing. Yeah. I'm really hoping that all of the awarenesses that we have and all of the waters that we're navigating, that our ships have enough buoyancy to kind of stay afloat, and that we're just able to assist others. But yeah, so I'm going to go take a shower and go to bed. I will see you probably tomorrow. See ya.